see you smiling.
Okay, hello everybody out there on YouTube. So I actually made this video quite a while ago. I posted my Ancestry.com DNA results, but I'm back with my father who also took the test, so I wanted to share his results with you guys, and then also afterwards I'm going to share my results again, so you can kind of compare how a father and son compare to each other. And I'm going to let my father then introduce himself and also then explain his results to you, so here we go.
Hi everybody, I'm going to read my results from here and make a few comments if you don't mind. First of all, prior taking this test, most of the people thought that I am partially Russian and partially French. These results showed as follows. Number one is 75% Europe East. So those people who thought I was Russians were not too far from truth. I'm Slovakian. Slovakia is a small country in the Central Europe, and it's a little far from Russia, but it's still a Slavic country, so that there is a certain connection. Second important pool of genes come from Europe West, from Western Europe. So again, people guessed correctly because France is part of Western Europe, and the genetic background stretches all the way to Germany and Denmark. So, when I lived in Germany, I felt like this could be my country, that some of my genes might be coming from there. So when you share your results, I would suggest also to share how you feel about a certain group of people and how you feel about environment when you visit these different countries. So I lived in Germany, and I felt like that culture and those people would to some extent fit to my background. So my genes were telling me the truth. Third group of people, or third group, is Iberian Peninsula. So that was completely unexpected. I had no idea that I have 6% of genes coming from Spain or Portugal. That makes me very interested in Spain and Portugal, and I hope to visit these countries and see how I feel about environment and about people in Iberian Peninsula. Next, Ireland. That's not surprising because Celtic people lived for a long period of time in Central Europe. Capital city of Slovakia, Bratislava, has significant settlement of Celtic people in Devon, where they lived and produced even money, biotech money, and had their economy and country running from this portion of the world. So 5% of Irish is not surprising, even though I didn't know about it. Next one is Great Britain. 3% of my genes come from Great Britain. That's very surprising because I had no idea that I have any genetic connections to Great Britain, but when I visited few Roman sites, I understood, I learned the Romans liked moving people around, and they took soldiers from one part of the world and they took them to and brought them to another part of the world. So it's possible that some a soldier from Great Britain was moved to Eastern Austria, Carnuntum area, and somebody married there, and somebody's genes came down to me from that place. Next is Scandinavia, Finland, northwestern Russia, 3%, also surprising. I didn't think I had any genetic connections to Finland. Carol, you want to say something about it?
Well, I just wanted to say, Finland and the Finland northwestern Russia genetic marker is actually connected heavily to Ugro-Finnic people who populated Finland and also parts of Russia. But modern Hungarians, they speak a Ugro-Finnic language, and even though genetically they don't have too many genes from these people, the ancient Hungarians who came here did. So Slovakia was part of Hungary for 1,000 years, and Slavic people in general have been interacting with Ugro-Finnic people for a long time, so these Ugro-Finnic genes could maybe be coming from there.
So that's not surprising then, I either. Makes sense after he explained that. My last European gene pool comes from Scandinavia, 1%. I'm a little surprised it's only 1% because I really love the Swedish group ABBA, and I thought that speaks to me, and I expected to have more genes from Scandinavia than just 1%. But that's the reality, that's the fact. That closes my European background, it's 99% European. However, there's a 1% completely surprise, it comes complete surprise to me, and that's Middle East. Somewhere from Saudi Arabia, or maybe Israel, or those regions. That's surprising, but when we look at the history and study history, I saw that after Ice Age came to the end, 12,000, 10,000 years ago, the climate became very dry in Middle East, and the Middle East farmers were looking for new land, for new opportunities, and then moved to Europe. So I believe many Europeans will have traces of genes from Middle East. And that concludes my genetics section, and I pass it to Carol now.
All right, so I already made a video saying my results, but I'm just going to quickly repeat them to you so you guys can kind of compare right away. And also at the end of the video, I'm going to actually post the images, the pictures from both of our results so you can see them. But just to go through them again, my biggest percentage was from Europe East with 55%. Ireland for me was much higher. I had 20% Irish. Europe West was 13%. Finland, Northwest Russia was 4%. Scandinavia was 3%. Iberian Peninsula was also 3%. Italy, Greece was 1%. And Great Britain was less than 1%. So I didn't get any of the Middle Eastern, the 1% Middle Eastern. I ended up being 100% European. But these are our results. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. And please let us know what you think. Please comment on the video. And thank you guys again. Take care.
Love is the greatest. Love is kind. Love is the blessing that comes every time.